So listen to this amazing story, full of faith, wisdom and a surprising lesson from Birbal. Once upon a time, Birbal was known for being honest and very religious. Every day without fail, he would pray to God and believed strongly that whatever God does, He does it for our good. Even if something feels bad now, it might be saving us from something worse later. But not everyone agreed with him. There was one courtier in Akbar's court who didn't like Birbal's way of thinking. He thought Birbal was just pretending to be wise. One day, the courtier stood up in court and said angrily, "Look what God did to me. Yesterday, while cutting grass for my animals, my little finger got cut off. Do you still think this is for my good, Birbal?" Everyone turned to look at Birbal. The room was silent. Birbal calmly replied, "Yes, I still believe that God always does what is best for us." The courtier got even more angry. Other courtiers also nodded in agreement with him. Then Akbar said, "Birbal, I also believe in God, but in this case, I don't see how this is good for him. He lost a finger." Birbal smiled and said softly, "Time will tell, Your Majesty." 3 months later, the same courtier went on a hunting trip. While chasing a deer, he got lost in a deep jungle. Unfortunately, he was captured by a group of tribal people. These people believed in giving human sacrifices to please their god. They decided to sacrifice the courtier. They tied him up and took him to their temple. Everything was ready. But then the priest looked closely and noticed something. "Stop," the priest said. "This man has only 9 fingers. He is incomplete. If we sacrifice him, our God will be angry instead of happy. We may face floods, disease or curses. Let him go." So they let the courtier go. He was shocked and thankful. He returned safely to the palace the next day. In the court, he walked straight to Birbal and started crying in front of him. Akbar saw this and asked, "What happened? Why are you crying?" The courtier explained everything, how his life was saved because of his missing finger. He said, "Now I understand what Birbal said. God truly does everything for our good. If my finger had not been cut, I would have been sacrificed. These tears are tears of joy. I am alive and I thank God and Birbal." Birbal smiled quietly, and Akbar felt proud that such a wise and faithful man like Birbal was part of his court.